Here we go then, Saxo fans, episode 58, the car is home. So thankfully a nice sunny day today, which means I didn't have to wrap it up on the truck. She is looking spot on. So the plan to build it up is to get rid of all the bits that are just cluttering up the garage at the minute, so door seals, boot seals. I'll get the rear end put together because that's pretty straightforward. I want to get the wings and the bonnet on, they're pretty straightforward. And I think from there, I'll then try and get the trims on. I need to put all the little clips and everything, the little metal brackets that come on the back of all the trims need bonding on. So I'll try and get all those sorted and then hopefully just push them all on. It should be pretty straightforward. And I think the last thing I'll do is the rear window because I've got a Perspex window to go in there. But yeah, she's looking good. Really pleased with it. Just got to look after it now and be careful. So, right, let's set the camera up, get a brew on, and we'll have a look at what's going to go on first. Okay then, Saxo fans, so number one, forgive me for any background noise. We're close to the road and the wind's picked up. So, I'm going to pause the progress just for today. Going out in a bit and need to get the car back in the garage. So I'm going to clear the garage out now, push the car in, and we'll come back to it tomorrow. I did just want to talk about a couple of things that I have had done that maybe you haven't noticed. So, first of all, the obvious one, had it debadged. Obviously Saxos come with a sort of pinholes through the boot lid, so they've all been filled in. I also had the washer jet hole, that's all been welded up, that's gone, and the same with the aerial hole, that's gone too. So she's a bit smoother than she was before, but yeah, she's looking good I think. So we'll get it in the garage. I'm not going to drive it because when I dropped it off at the body shop it was running on 3 cylinders. Think of maybe a foul plug perhaps. We'll pull the plugs out tomorrow and we'll have a little look. Also I need to go and pick up the rest of the bits from my parents' house because I've used up everything that I was storing here. So yeah, let's clear the garage out and we'll push her in. Right, and Saxo fans, so little sit rep about 2/3 of the way through day 2's assembly. Everything a-okay so far. I think I'm at a point now where I need to go and bond all my trim clips on to the other panels. So I'm going to go and do those now, leave them overnight and then come back. But I think she's looking tip top. Really pleased with it. I think the front end looks lovely. Definitely is crying out for a little splitter or something. But yeah, I think in the flesh, IRL, down with the kids, it looks really nice. I'm really pleased. So I'm going to get it pushed back in it. Get my words out. Get it pushed back in the garage, and yeah, go and do those trim clips, which I'm not looking forward to because it's a bit boring, a bit messy. But needs must. Right. Anyway, I will report back when the rest of the trims are going to go on. Right, and Saxo fans, car's in the garage. She's up on stands because I'm sorting out some exhaust bits, which I'll talk to you about in a second. But what we're going to do next is get the rear window in. Now, I've gone for an ACW polycarb rear screen. Didn't go for a thermoformed one because there's a problem on their website, which means I couldn't get hold of one. But it was a 4-week wait anyway, so I've decided just to go for the, essentially it comes as a flat blank plate. Albeit obviously it's clear. You need to put the black edge round, which I think I've done successfully, and then obviously it needs drilling, which I think I've also done successfully. I've drilled all around the tailgate and obviously primered and touched up any bare metal, and then I've put the damming tape on ready. So I'm not bonding this in, it's going to be bolted. I've got my black hardware, so it's not quite so obvious. So it should just be a case now, I just need to poke the hole in some of the tape where you can just see I've gone over the hole with that, so I need to make those accessible. And then it should just be a case of bolting the window down. Well, that's the plan anyway. So yeah, let's do that, and then I'm going to talk to you about the exhaust system. Right, we're going to be here a while. This is going to be fiddly. I'll come back when it's done. Right, everything's bolted down. It's not just a case of winding the nuts and the bolts down as tight as they'll go, because of the spacing, essentially you end up with a bit of plastic that looks wavy, so it sits higher in these positions and lower in those, because obviously it doesn't spread the load perfectly evenly. So I might tweak them as we go along. I'll try and show you on the camera in a sec, but I think I've done a reasonable job of pulling them even. So let's just shut that. That's that one. Inside. There we go. Not too bad. I think my black strip around the outside looks pretty good. Fairly subtle. So let me see if I can show you the ripple effect maybe. So along the top, there you go, you can just sort of see, there you go, you get high and low spots, because obviously it's only a thin bit of plastic, you can move it, so there's always going to be a bit of flex, I think, but the only way I think you could avoid it is to have way more fixings, literally like double the amount. But I mean, I've got 21 M4 screws, they're black stainless, so they're not going to rust. Anyway, jobs are good. And onto the exhaust, I'll show you what we're up to. Right, Saxo fans, onto the exhaust then. So, if you remember on the last episode, I was making a new downpipe. I decided in the end to use my old one because it was a really good piece of work, I think, and obviously it's going to save me so much time if all of the wastegate pipe is already in there, the lambda bosses are already there, and it curves around the alternator really nice. I'm really pleased with it. Plus, the top half is already ceramic coated, so I'm quite keen to keep that. Anyway, so I have been continuing. So underneath here, you'll see it comes this way now rather than going over towards the bumper. And I have got my sports cat in there in prep for MOT. Ignore the band clamps, they're just on there for now. I'll sort them out in terms of orientation. And then I've got my flexi in there. And yeah, obviously just sort of starting to wiggle it now down the middle of the car. I need to order a nice big silencer for the centre. I'm going to go for something like a 14 or a 16 inch long unit, maybe a 5-inch diameter. Oh, hello AT. And then yeah, and then obviously out to the back somewhere. But this is obviously to enable MOT. Yeah, that's the main step at the moment. So anyway, yeah, let's pause the exhaust stuff for now because I need to order my bits. But that's where we're at with exhaust. All right, then, Saxo fans, we're going to leave this episode here. I was going to do a reveal of the car, sort of like, you know, 99% finished, but we'll save that for the next one. And I promise you, the next episode will be this car driving, at the very least, to the MOT station, and we'll get her MOT'd. So yeah, we're nearly there, nearly ready for that first drive. I did want to have a quick request. Now, I'm missing from the bonnet, there's a little clip that holds the bonnet stay to the bonnet when you've got the bonnet up. Mine broke. If anybody's got one and they want to gift it to me, yeah, let me know, get in touch. And yeah, I really need one because using this bit of wood is absolutely doing my Swede in. But anyway, right, we're done for now. We will see you hopefully quite soon for the first drive because I'm dying to get it on the road. I really am. Anyway, see you then.